All right. Welcome everybody to Booking Blitz March 1st. Woohoo! We have a new catalog, we have a new recruiting special. We just have we have stoneware, we have every reason in the world to be just super excited and get to booking. So obviously we're all here because we need some parties, right? Who needs parties? Who needs bookings? Okay, I said before, who doesn't need bookings? I didn't think so. Okay. So we all need bookings because that's the lifeblood of what we do. Without bookings, we have no sales, we have no business, we need bookings. And this is like the perfect time to go and grab some new parties. And I said this at the beginning of the year when January hit. I was like so excited because we had like this great host special. We had a lot going for us that month, and it was like a new start. And I feel that way about March too. I feel like this is a new start. We have a new catalog. We have stoneware back. We have cookware back. We have a great host special. We have a great new products. Oh my gosh, that nobody has seen before. I mean, these are some products that nobody has in their kitchen. So everybody will want them because no one has them. So somebody can't say to you, oh, well, I already have everything. Well, they don't because they haven't seen these products before. So we're going to talk about some ideas about how to get some new bookings, and then we're going to talk for a little bit, maybe like 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes. Let me see, actually, I'm sorry, 10 minutes. And then we're going to pause for 30 minutes and we are going to reach out to people during this booking blitz. And then we're going to come back together for a few minutes at the very end. Okay, so we'll have about 30 minutes to make contacts. But before we get started, we'll talk about some ideas, some things that you may not have thought of, maybe some people that you can reach out to that you haven't touched yet. Because, sometimes we are reaching out, and I'm going to ask everybody to mute if you're not talking, just so we can, because we don't have a whole lot of time, so we want to make the most use of it. Sometimes you feel like you're reaching out to the same people over and over and over again. But I want to encourage you to look for those people that you haven't reached out to before. I heard one thing, I was listening to, who was it that said it? I think it was Cami Cruz that said, find your chicken list. She called it a chicken list. The people that you've been too scared to ask before today to have a party, those people that are from your personal circle. Isn't it always hardest to ask the people that we know the best to have parties for us? So ask those people that you've been too chicken to ask before to have a party for you. So who would that be for you? If you had to pick 5 people that you have not asked before to have a party, think about who that would be and, write them down, jot their names down as they come to you. And that you'll thank me during that 30 minutes because you can reach out to them. I know for me, I haven't even asked I've asked like very gently. I haven't really asked my mom and my sister to have a party. Like what in the world? My sister is a foodie like crazy. My mom, that's all she does is cook and eat. And it's like, I haven't even asked them really to have a party. I know, Jenna, what the what? So, my mom always has some excuse, or whatever she'll buy from me, but I've never asked her to have a party. So there's my chicken list. That's the beginning of my chicken list. So one thing that I'll mention, to really get going with this is use those new tools, use them in your language that you're going to send out to people. Talk about that new, Deluxe Electric Griddle and Grill. Did I get it right? Deluxe Electric Griddle and Grill.
I call it the DEG.
The DEG, the DEGG.
The DEG.
Use it. This is something that no one has, right? This is not something that's out there, like an Instapot or a blender that most people have. This is something that people don't have. Talk about how excited you are about it. Be excited about sharing that with their guests, okay? Because this is something that's going to be a lot of fun to show off. And what about that mandolin, the Rapid Prep mandolin? Use that in your booking messages too. Say, oh my goodness, we have this amazing new prep tool called the Rapid Prep mandolin. I would love to show it to your friends and show them how they can get dinner fixed very quickly. You've never seen anything like this before, because they really haven't. Who has seen something like that? I know I haven't. A couple of other things I wanted to mention is I heard this really great idea. I think it was from Kristen Warenga, talking about look at your upcoming birthdays. in your friends list. So you can go in and see, I think it's just under birthdays, you can go in and see who has a birthday coming up or has one that just passed. I know on my survey, I actually have, Jenna said, me. And by the way, Tina is not on here today, but in case she is watching later, happy birthday, Tina, happy birthday. And one more shout out before I keep going. Today is Sheila's 28th anniversary of selling Pampered Chef. Woo! Everybody give a big shout out to Sheila. Happy anniversary, Sheila. I meant to say that earlier.
Thank you. That's a lot of vegetable peelers in 28 years I've sold.
That's right. How many mix and chops have you sold in 28 years?
Oh gosh, as many as vegetable peelers, I think.
more vegetable peelers. So reach out to people who have a birthday coming up. I know on my survey, I have that as one of the columns, but if you don't, you can actually look at your Facebook friends list and actually see who's coming up. And tell them, oh, I would love to celebrate your birthday in a big way. How about we get your friends together online and have a party and show off some new recipes and new tools. And, tell her that you'll throw in some fun birthday games because that's all, you can use your normal script, but when you do an engagement post, you can just do something about birthdays or I have one that says, what do you love about our host? And I put their picture on the post. And people love to see their host's picture on there and talk about their host and love on them. So that's just another, and actually I'll be sharing a document with you before we break that has some words to use. So that might come in handy during these 30 minutes if you kind of struggle with that. But I also have a little picture that you can use that I made and I send out to people with birthdays. And it says, happy birth month. I think it was like free shipping. Let me see. I had it pulled up somewhere. You'll see it. It said it has a little special deal for when, oh, here it is. It says, have a happy birthday, just for your birth month, choose your gift, 20% off your next order this month, or choose any item, $25 or under for free when you book your party and it reaches $300. Okay. So you can either use that or you can choose to make your own and change that however you want. Okay. If you don't want to offer a $25 item, you can change it up. But if you wanted to use that tonight, you could. So let's see, let me get back over here. Okay, some other ideas to find some new people to reach out to. Number one, obviously, especially since we're going to be moving pretty quickly tonight, Green Dot, because they're online right then. So if you're not familiar with that, does anybody need an explanation of what green dotting is?
Go ahead and explain it. I think there's a couple new people on here.
When you go on to, and actually let's do a screen share real fast. Okay. All right. When you go on to your messenger, gosh, I'm not used to doing it on here. I always do it from my iPad, I think. It is, oh, there's my thing.
Can you share that little image in the chat?
I actually have it on the document that I'm going to be sharing with everybody.
Okay.
I've got the address for that, and you can just pull that whole thing up. Gosh, I don't know how to do it on here. Wait.
Go home. Click on the little house.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Mom. Okay.
Scroll up.
Where is it?
It's down on the bottom. I'm sorry. Right down on the bottom.
Yeah, there it is. So if there's a green dot next, oh, there it is. Green dots next to their name. That means they're online. See, all these people, all these contacts are online. I'm sorry. I usually do it from my iPad or my phone. Okay. And you can just click on them and you know that they're online right now. And so you can reach out to them with some very simple wording. I would keep it simple for that. And really try to make it a little personal. If you see that somebody's online and you click on their name, it'll show you their whole conversation, your whole conversation history with that person. and scroll up a little bit and see what you talked about the last few times that you talked. Maybe they just moved into a new house. Say, hey, have you moved into your new house yet? I'd love to do a housewarming party for you, or a kitchen warming party. If they were having a new baby, or if they were just laid off, you know, the last time you talked, or if they were sick with COVID the last time you talked to them, check in on them first and then maybe ask them about a party. Let's see. Another thing you can try is running a customer order report. We have so many pantry items coming out now. You can really use those, and you can actually look up all of the pantry item numbers and run a customer report with that. It might be a little bit tough to do for tonight, but if you have a couple of them on hand, you could try that and see who's ordered pantry items in the past and say, oh my gosh, you won't believe this. We have a ton of new spices, and tell them about the rotisserie seasoning, which is amazing. I haven't tried the salt and vinegar yet, but oh my goodness, wouldn't that be good on fries? And let them know what things we had just come out, pantry items, and then say, you know, I'll let you pick one if you'd like to host the party with me. Okay. Another idea would be pull a report of everybody who ordered the donut pan in the past and let them know, hey, we have, not only do we have a new donut mix that makes making donuts so simple, but we also have a donut hole pan that would just go great with that. Wouldn't that be so cute to have, you know, selection of donuts and donut pan, or donuts and donut holes? Another idea is to pull up everybody who's ordered some of our electrics in the past, you know, the air fryer or the quick cooker, and let them know about this big, giant new product that we have right now. And if they've bought one of our electrics in the past, chances are they love it. And chances are that they don't have one of these in their kitchen. You know, I'm a huge believer in our griddle, and our double burner griddle, but I haven't touched it since I put this one on our counter. So it does so much more. And it's pretty big, but it is one thing that they can use over and over and over again. And I literally just wipe it off with a wet paper towel. I don't even always clean it all the way because I use it all the time. Here's another idea for you. This is something that I'm doing. I have had a ton of Texas hosts. My last round of parties was 2 weeks ago, right when we were getting hit with all the bad weather. They were getting hit with all the bad weather, and they were really going through it. They were right in the center of it. I think I had 3 hosts in Texas that week. And what I'm doing is I'm reaching back out to those hosts to let them know that in March, you can have a fundraiser to benefit Feeding Texas, and Pampered Chef is doubling the donation in March only for that. And it's to help people that were affected by the winter weather. So you could run a past host report or a customer report and see who is located in Texas and say, hey, help your neighbors. Would you like to host a fundraiser to help people that were affected by the winter storms? If you do have some past hosts, you could also, that are in Texas, and so a lot of their friends are in Texas, right? Even if they didn't order, you can actually go back into those parties. I've started doing this. I haven't made too much headway yet, but, and put up a post that says, and I just literally use the picture from Marketing Imagery that they provided that shows the double donations for Texas, Feeding Texas. And I tagged everyone in the party, because if it's an old party, they may not see it. But I tagged everybody so that there's a higher chance that they'll see those. You could also send out messages on Messenger with that wording too. Let's see. Okay, one last thing that I'm gonna say about getting some bookings, because we're running short on time.
I just posted a little synopsis there too, Heather, if anybody wants to cut and paste it.
That's great, that's great. Yes, save that. I might actually grab that and stick it into that document I'm gonna give you. One more idea is, don't be afraid to add a prize if you want to. If you need bookings and you need to fill up your calendar, don't be afraid to add a prize on. You could say, I'm going to give a new spring product to every March host. Would you like to book today? Or you could say, why not say, you know what, I am in this challenge and I want to win. I want bragging rights. So if you book tonight, I'm going to let you spin a wheel. I know Tina had a really cute roulette wheel. I'll let you spin the wheel for a prize. And you could just put the different seasonings on there. You could put the new Season's Best on there. She had a nice big item on there, in one spot. I think she had one of the mandolins on there, but you can do whatever you want. And let them, you could say, okay, I'll let you spin the prize wheel, or I'll let you pick a number if you don't want to do the wheel. And you can even say prize will be added to your order, or you can say prize will be sent, once your party hits $200. So one other thing that I'll say about the no's, okay, especially tonight, especially if you're new, if you get some no's, we're not going to leave it there. No does not always, okay, this doesn't sound good, but no does not always mean no. Hate the sound of that. But how many parties would we have missed out on if we just left the first no there? So make sure you're really thinking about what that no is. If somebody says no, or not now, or no thanks, make sure you take a look, and I've put some language in this document I'll share with you. It's called, I think I said, like the not now, words to use for not now. And it's just like, oh, well, I just wanted to, thanks for writing back. I just wanted to ask, would you mind if I reach out to you down the road, maybe later in the spring, or is it a nah? And then put a little smiley face. You want to also ask, okay, let's see. Oh, the people that don't write back to you, make sure you're following up with them down the road. That can be some of your contacts tonight. Did you reach out to some people in a party and they didn't write back to you? Make sure you check out the no reply wording, because that can be a quick way to reach out to some more people. If you get the objection that they don't have any time, make sure you think about that. If they have no time, perhaps they would like a 15-minute express party on Messenger. It only takes 15 minutes. Super, super easy. What about those people that say they don't like to ask people to buy things, especially right now? Make sure you ask them. You could ask them about the shared rewards party. You could say you can help your friends get the tools to help them eat at home for less, up to 25% off. How cool would that be? So really take a look at those objections, and make sure you're thinking, okay, is this really a no, or could I ask one more thing? All right, I know I threw a lot at you. I have in the chat, are there any questions? Okay. I have this in the chat. I'm just going to hit enter so it shows up for you guys. There is the document. We're going to set the timer for 30 minutes and start now. And we're going to, please keep yourself muted while we're on there, but you can, yes, Laura, you have a question?
The last time we did this, we had the spreadsheet where we put our responses. Are we not going to do that this time?
Nope, keep your own list.
Cool.
Okay. That was my last thing. Oh, thank you for saying that, because I had it in big bold letters, but I forgot to say it. Please, please, please write them down. Okay. Write them down. Keep track of who you reached out to. Keep track of what their response was. If they respond, every person that you reach out to, because we want to know how many people you reached out to. All right. I'm going to keep my screen on. I'm going to share my screen during this. And because I have a cute little online timer ready to go. All right, so you can check back here if you're not sure exactly how much time we have left, and we'll be back here in 30 minutes. All right, anybody have any questions? All right, ready, set, go. There we go, countdown has begun. Okay, so we're back. Sorry. So how many people did you reach out to, Sheila?
Well, I reached out to 27 people in 30 minutes, but it was all cut and paste in my contacts, okay, on my phone. Ooh. And so I said the same thing, just change their name. And one person wants to be added to my VIP group. One person doesn't need anything but wants to order. Thank you for reaching out. I want to keep your number. No yeses yet, but of the 27 people, I haven't heard from 24. So
well,
I may never hear from them, but that's okay.
And we can reach out to
hearing from. I was just going to say, I do most of my customer connection calls and follow-ups over the weekend, where I'm like my 2 months out. Like I'm reaching out to my November and December people right now, checking in and seeing how they're loving their new stuff. And I get a lot of people who don't respond to me. So tonight what I did was I took out my list of all my people, and whoever I had a question mark next to, I knew I had asked them a question and I never got an answer. So I went to all of my question marks and I just responded and said, hey, I have my text replacement that says follow up, And so I just, hey, just checking to follow up with you from that last text I sent. And I did, I think 13 or 14 different people, and I got one booking.
Oh,
So
good.
yay.
There's your 1 in 10.
There's your one. Yeah, there you go. And sometimes if we're really needing a lot, like needing to fill our calendar, sometimes that's the thing to do. If you have a certain amount of time and you're sitting down and you're like, oh my gosh, I need some bookings, then reach out to do those no replies, do those people that that said that they would think about it. But really those no replies are like a fast way to get to a lot of people very quickly. And I've had a lot of those people book parties with me. It surprised me. The first time I did that was back in May, and things were going crazy, but I didn't have any parties on my calendar, none. And then within about 5 days, I think it was within 5 days, I had like 20 on my calendar. And that was the biggest difference, was I was reaching out to people that were no replies, and then, following up with them 1 or 2 times. And also those people that said no. So anyone else want to share something that they got from this?
Can I just share a message I got right now? It just says, hi, Sheila. I am so glad you reached out. I recently broke one of my Pamper Chef items and I couldn't find your contact info to order another one. And so,
so how great is that? And that happens. I always tell my hosts that you never know who is gonna say, oh my gosh, I just broke my bar pan. I needed to order another one. Donna, I know you wanted to share.
Yeah, I just copied and pasted from your Google Doc. I love doing that. The one, because I just closed out 3 shows. And even though I contacted all of the orders, the people who ordered already, I like to go back through and just contact everyone at the show. And so I used your hi guest. This is Heather. Of course, I changed it to Donna and that one, because it said nothing about ordering, just that I'm glad you're at the show and hope you had fun. Let's help out the host type of thing. And I contacted 28 in 30 minutes, got 1 yes, 1 no, 1, I have too much Pampered Chef. I just stopped being a consultant last year. So I asked her why, and she hasn't answered me back. Just asked her, you told her, hey, I just started last year. I want to know, what made you stop, type of thing.
Shared rewards. Offer her shared rewards.
Oh, okay. There you go.
That's
and
what
then
I
I
was
had
too.
one who said, and I want to read hers. She said she just had a party, but and she doesn't want to bother her friends right now. Let me see. Oh, and here. So I said, she said, thank you, but I recently did that with another hostess, and it's a bit soon to subject my friends and family to yet another party. And I said, I totally understand. If it's okay, I'll keep your name on my list and send you a new spring catalog. And she said, sure, I would love that. That would be amazing. So I think that's a pretty positive.
Very
and
good.
So yeah, to me, it's like a I don't know, once I get into the cut and paste, which is all I did, I fill it and cut and paste it, and then just add hi whoever she is. It's like, I don't know, a contest. It's just fun trying to see if I can, and I don't know them, so I'm not embarrassed.
Well, exactly. And that's the cool thing about, when you know how many you're going for, if you just reach out to more people because you need more bookings, reach out to more people, doing the copy and paste, it doesn't have to be all necessarily quality reach outs. It can be quantity sometimes. Sometimes you want those quality, sometimes you want the quantity. And I feel like, that's a perfect time to do that. I mean, were you, when you say you messaged all of the guests, were you sending them messages through Messenger? And are you connected to them at all? So they'll see those messages, or
They were in the party, and we have one friend. So if we're there, it'll be there. Like the ones who commented, it just said you're connected through this party, because they were in the party.
Right.
So that connects
so
us.
Keep in mind that they may not see that if you have not established a two-way conversation on Messenger. It might go to their other folder, their message request folder, and they won't even see it. So keep that in mind because that happens a lot. Is Laura?
I just got a yes.
You got a yes. See,
Hey,
what I'm
Laura.
The 6 paid off. The quality, sometimes the quality pays off over quantity, right?
I don't mean to change the subject, but is there anybody on here that needs to be a part of the new consultant orientation
Oh,
call?
I'm
'Cause
so sorry.
that's 5 minutes ago.
Oh, shoot, I do. Okay, thank you.
Wendy,
We're
Wendy,
shutting
are
down.
you Wendy right there?
Tammy, are you leading who's leading new consultant orientation tonight?
Supposed to be you, Sheila.
Okay, then I gotta go.
Bye. I completely
All right,
forgot
and if you're a new
about that.
consultant, join us on that call. Sorry.
That's
Heather,
okay.
this is
I'm no
great.
glad you said it.
So much.
Yes, thank you, everybody. I'm sorry I forgot about that. I was cutting it too close because I completely forgot about that. Thank you, everybody. If you need anything, reach out to your directors, reach out to me, reach out to any director on here. And I hope that you guys do your follow-up.
The Google document is awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
All right. Good luck.
Bye.
Happy
Bye.
booking.
Happy bookings. Book away.